make sure to check out the Joinen Discord channel. We can chat about stuff. You can sit here, right on my knee. You can tell me about your problems. Link in the description. No moi, it is ya boy, Joinen. Now here we have a highly requested Reddit video. You guys wanted me to check out incels. Unfortunately, it doesn't exist. About a month or so ago, the incels community was banned from Reddit. Why did this happen? Where did they go? This is the curious case of the Reddit incels. Now, how are we gonna make a video about the incels on Reddit when they don't exist anymore? Good question. We are going to be employing the use of an internet time machine. Believe it or not, we have that technology these days because it's the future. So let's browse history. We're gonna go back to when things were simpler, all the way back in July 30 of this year. Back when the incels still rummaged around on Reddit. Now, we don't have access to all of the content here, but we do have access to some key gems. And that's really all we need. The incels, they're harder to grasp. They're a more difficult concept than the Niceguys or the Iamverysmarts or just with the Niceguys, you've got these guys who are so much nicer than every other man, and you are a stupid female lady if you don't want to be with them, because you just want some guy who looks $1 million, has $1 million, and treats you like $3. That is what, easy enough. You can get the idea of the Niceguys through the content. The Iamverysmarts are even easier. They're just people who think they're a lot smarter than they are and like to humble braggily show it off. The incels, on the other hand, are a little bit harder to grasp, and they're not super straightforward, but thankfully enough, they have a hilarious description of themselves that we can use. Incels is a support group for people who lack romantic relationships and but most importantly, geared towards those lacking a girlfriend or seeking marriage. But let's jump into the frequently asked questions. Let's get a little bit more specific. What is an incel? Now, we get to hear a first-hand response from the dying species known as the incels. An incel, short for involuntary celibate, celibate is someone who tries to find romantic relationships without success and is very pessimistic about his chances. The most common definition to be considered incel is that you're at least 21 years old and have to go at least 6 months without a romantic partner. There's entry requirements here. You can't just join the crew.
Fact is, you can't join until you go through initiation.
Many incels are late 20s and 30s men and older who have never had a partner. If you go to a prostitute, you can still be an incel because you're unable to obtain a romantic relationship or at least casual where the other person is genuinely interested in you. As being incel is not just about a lack of being incel also does not mean one feels they are owed or entitled to love relationships. It is simply the perpetual state of the lack of them when they occur so naturally and frequently to the majority of people. Aren't you making this part of your identity? Nope. It does not become part of our identity outside of this subreddit, I'm sure. We don't walk around screaming to the world, "Woe is me, we are incel," proudly waving our flag high. We all live out our lives normally like anyone else. Or except for the fact that we're all rabbits just going at it all the time. The younger incels are usually in school and the older ones are working. What's that got to do with it? Some incels are neat, not in education, employment, or training, because they are struggling with severe mental health issues. We all still pursue our hobbies, interests, volunteer, travel, hang out with friends, and some even date. The only difference between us and you is the constant failure in attracting a romantic partner that has no explanation. Oh no. What is a Chad? A normie? A Chad is a very attractive male that has been genetically blessed who is able to find romantic partners very easily. A Chad also frequently has casual with many women, including women below his own attractiveness level. What? Any negative attributes or personality flaws that would hurt the chances of other men to attract a woman would not hurt Chad. In many cases, these same personality flaws make Chads more attractive to women. You have personality issues? Whew! This differs from a normie who is a regular guy able to find romance but isn't successful in getting lots of casual and one-night stands with different women. This is so specific. Do you hate women? The vast majority of incels do not and have never hated women. Whoa. The vast majority of us don't hate women. It doesn't make sense since they are trying to attract and get into relationships with them. They are frustrated. They are disillusioned by the constant rejections. But there is no question that getting the experience that is required to find one is easier for women and nearly impossible for some men. This is not the same as hating women though. Okay? We're making that distinction very clear. Most of us don't hate women. This is gold. Do you think the government should give you girlfriends? No one argues for the government to provide girlfriends/wives in a serious way. Some think that the government should provide subsidized access to prostitutes and similar programs to support incels. Some think the government should encourage arranged marriages and others do not. At minimum, governments should legalize prostitution. This is so weird that this is a point. We're not serious about girlfriend handouts. We just joke about that. Okay, so honestly, we haven't looked at any of the content yet, but the frequently asked questions are just pure quality content in itself. Those women will now only pursue top-tier men, leaving men who are actually within their realistic looks bracket completely invisible. First of all, that paragraph is pretty unnecessary. What you're trying to say here is that women can just pick the best looking men. But secondly, I understand this is a support group, and if you go on any other subreddit, if you go on the freaking Hearthstone subreddit, at least 50% of the posts will be people complaining about the game. So I kind of get it, but like the subreddit just seems like a pity party. They're all just frustrated and feeding off each other's frustration at just how just these freaking women get what they want and I don't. I'm past that part of my life. Now I just want a nice guy to settle down with. Oh my gosh. Pull yourself together. I'm trying to work with what I have here, but I am crossing some lines with this family-friendly content business. Reminder that makeup is the biggest fraud in the history of mankind and it should be illegal. What is their point here? Are they angry that they themselves can't use makeup to make themselves look better when girls can? I cannot begin to sympathize with this logic. If I see a girl with caked on makeup, I wouldn't give her a second look because I know she's hiding something under that mask. Well, geez, what? You understand that the whole point of this subreddit is because you're so fed up with the idea that girls don't want to be with you because you're not as good looking as other guys. And then you say you wouldn't give a girl a second chance because you know that she's ugly under that mask. What is she hiding under the mask? I don't get it. Oh no! There's a face under that makeup! You intentionally looked bleh in the first photo. Your eyebrows are whack though. Oh jeez. Makeup equals witchcraft. This is why I voted for Trump. Would duck the left girl, TBH. I still want to duck her. I'm so corny. I'm an animal. If you think about it, if a guy can be charged with rape by deception for fraudulently presenting himself in some way, lying about his income or job, can females be charged with the same for fraudulently representing themselves by wearing a paint-on mask? You can't be charged with rape for lying about your income. We'll get there. No, this is by far the worst one. This subreddit is by far the worst one. Seriously, go YouTube, daily makeup routine, and it's ducking ridiculous. Every girl is ugly as duck and goes up 3 points just by painting her face for 10 minutes in the morning. The hypocrisy is steaming off them. What a hypocrite! LeMayo at people who would fall for the right one. You realize they're the same person. I'd unironically pick left over right. She's so cute. You aren't being honest and you're trying to appear nice. Left looks bloated. Eyebrows are gone. Basically looks like a male without the face paint to fool everybody. I don't understand here. They're the same person. You're picking the same one, regardless. 99% of females look like we do without makeup. Whenever I see a female with makeup, I have a strong urge to splash water on her face to see what she really looks like. Unfortunately, most makeup is oil-based, so water does nothing. You'd have to get a towel and rub it off. Yeah, right. You're being ridiculous. Water won't work. Carry a towel. I'd have the urge to punch her in the face. So I am like, oh my gosh. I'm not trying to make fun of these people. It's just when they're actively hating on people based on their looks, they're doing exactly the thing that they so despise. And so in that case, I don't feel so bad. The first time I looked at this subreddit, I thought it was a parody. Like, I thought these were jokes. But you keep reading and it gets real. And that's when it gets like really concerning. And that's why this subreddit, the stuff that they're saying is so far beyond what the Niceguys and especially the Iamverysmarts are saying. They're just making themselves sound like idiots. These guys just churning a big old pot of hate. And of course they argue that it's because the world hated them first. But you're never gonna end the cycle by continuing to hate. The stuff that you're saying does not make girls wanna be with you. If your goal is to end up in a romantic relationship, or if your goal is to just have casual, you're not gonna get there by saying you would punch a girl in the face because she's wearing makeup. So to round out this story, let's head over to our credible news source, the New York Times. They made an article about it. Reddit has banned the online community of incels, or men who blame women for their involuntary celibacy and sometimes advocate rape, as part of a new crackdown on forums that glorify and incite violence. An online petition called on Reddit to ban the incel community subreddit, noting that Elliot O. Roger, a California man who killed 6 people in a 2014 rampage in Isla Vista near the University of California, Santa Barbara, before firing a bullet into his head, was referred to in the group as Saint Elliot. Mr. Roger had left behind a rambling history of videos and social media posts on sites popular with sexually frustrated men. Mr. Roger expressed his disgust at women, questioning how they could resist his charms. Okay. Oh my gosh. I'm just gonna leave it there. It's been a while since we've put comments on the wall, so let's do that.
Wan tries. Hey there, I'm a guy. Profound. Last time I asked you to leave a small, smart comment to go in this space, absolutely no one did that. And of the ones who did, none of them were creepy. In the end, we're going for big comment. Congratulations. Wendy Angel says, I subscribed because of the call to action. See guys, the system works. Damn, Ed Sheeran is so woke. This is hilarious to me that people started calling me Ed Sheeran. I subbed, haha. I enjoy your editing. Oh, well that's nice. We have a freaking sweet drawing by Sad Irish Potato. Go check him out on Instagram. I remember to go join the Discord channel. Hey, post something cool and I'll post it on the wall. Gotta promote that Discord chat room. Lit. That's the one. Now, how are people already in the Discord chat room? That's because they follow me on Twitter. You can, my favorite comments get posted on this wall, so post away. There's a serious lack of haikus on this wall, hint hint.